The off-season week in the desert. Cardinals safety Budda Baker isn't the only player whose future is unclear. On Sunday, wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins took to Twitter to say any issues he may have are not related to his contract. The three-time All-Pro receiver tweeted, Hopkins doesn't want a raise. According to Over the Cap, Hopkins is set to make $19.45 million in 2023 and almost $15 million in 2024. Hopkins has been part of trade speculation since the offseason began. Make sure to tune in to NFL Now on NFL Network Tuesday. One of the top tight ends in the draft, Oregon State's Luke Musgrave, will be live on the show. The 2023 NFL Draft presented by Bud Light is almost here, and greatness is on the clock. Watch live April 27th to the 29th with NFL Network Draft coverage presented by Verizon. Additional coverage on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Deportes, and streaming on NFL Plus. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXOL, Centro, California. It's a Monday, 17th day of April, 2023. And coming up, we've got a look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather. We'll keep you informed right here on AM 1230. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Made it through another weekend, huh?
Yeah. Looking forward to the weather. We'll talk about it in the news this morning.
Well, you can look forward to the wind.
Oh, no,
I will try and ignore it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. But the overall forecast, use the word, I believe, tranquil.
That's the new buzzword from the National Weather Service.
Yeah. We can blame them for introducing all these different terms.
Yes, yeah. So I think one of the meteorologists had his secondary degree was in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he practices.
Yes. Speaking of the weather, you've noticed it's spring, right?
Yeah, it's sprung.
Yeah. Wildlife officials are warning people to look out for drunk birds. Yeah. The Department of Natural Resources says some birds will eat fruit that has begun to ferment around this time of year.
Yeah.
It affects coordination, which leads the birds to fly into windows.
Yes.
And then they head south to Florida for spring break, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never did that. My brother did a number of times. But
what did you do when all of those folks were doing what they were doing?
Well, spring break, back in the day, Palm Springs was a hot place for spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally, it was a hot place.
Yes. Yeah. So did that a couple of times.
Yeah.
But my brother hit Daytona Beach, Fort Lauderdale, when we lived in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man, that's a ways to go too.
Well, yes, it was, but hey, when you're young and dumb,
yeah, it's a short distance.
Yes. Oh, and in our Crime Watch feature, police are investigating after thieves stole $100,000 in dimes off a truck parked in Philadelphia. Authorities say the truck had picked up $750,000 in dimes from the Philadelphia U.S. Mint. It had stopped overnight in the city. Can you imagine how much that weighs?
I can't.
Yeah, but the crooks would be set for life if only dime stores were still around.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember what? Newberry's, SS Crest?
Yeah, 5, 10, and what did they used to call them? 5,
Woolworth?
10,
The 5 and dime.
5 and dime.
Yeah, did they have Ben Franklin's around here?
Yeah, they did. Well, not in this town, I'm trying to think of. We had the Woolworths, and we had Newberry's. So
there was a Crest store in
Crest,
Calexico.
Yeah, there's a Crest store.
Yeah.
Those were the biggies.
Okay. You ready for birthdays?
Birthdays.
Okay. Actor David Bradley is 81. Musician Jan Hammer, 75. The Axel F theme and many other themes. Actor Olivia Hussey, 72. Actor Clark Peters is 71. Actor Sean Bean is 64. Actor Joel Murray, 61. Actor Leela Roshan, 59. Actor William Mapother is 58. Actor Leslie Bega, 56. Actor Henry Ian Cusick, 56. Actor Kimberly Elise, 56. Actor Jennifer Garner, 51. Singer, and I use that term loosely, Victoria Beckham of the Spice Girls, 49. Actor Lindsay Corman is 45. Actor Tate Ellington, 44. Actor Charlie Hoffheimer is 42. Actor Rooney Mara is 38. Actor Dee Dee Davis, 27. Local birthdays just ahead. Stay tuned.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Antonia Guzman, Jojo Gill, Roger Red, Christina Chavez, Lisa Padilla, Rudy Areola, Bob Allen, Diana Altamirano, Yvette Favela, Robert K., David Benedict, and Donald Benedict, Connie Chacon, Eric Sear, Rita Padilla, Sam Basurto, April Ambrosio, Connie Duarte, Pablo Garcia, Fernanda Romo, and Connie Escalante. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. So did you have a good weekend? Get a lot done?
Yeah, I got a lot done, but had a little disappointment. We were supposed to see River Dance, and we couldn't.
With Michael Flatley, is he still able to dance?
No, I don't. Well, I think he's probably able to dance, but I think he has retired.
Okay.
It seems like I remember him announcing that he was going to step back.
Yeah, and I like that pun. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a cousin that is a competitive Irish dancer.
Oh, he dances the jig, huh?
Yeah. Well, whatever it is they do in Riverdance, she lives in Dallas.
Ah.
So.
Well, that would be fun.
I think so. Okay. Are you ready for news?
We have news coming up.
Okay. We've got to look at World and California News headlines. It is brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Hundreds of students from across the country are gathered on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. right now for a 1-mile walk to demand a federal ban on assault weapons. Organizer Kitty Brantner.
It's gotten to a point where students have to advocate for their own right to survive a school day.
A 16-year-old in Kansas City, Missouri is hospitalized after he was shot in the head when he rang the wrong doorbell on his way to pick up his younger siblings. Ralph Yarl's father wants the homeowner brought to justice.
We want charges. If he goes free, the next black kid that's going to ring that doorbell could get shot again.
Thousands of athletes like Reagan Schiappa are running the Boston Marathon right now.
I was very nervous waking up this morning. I'm a little shaky, probably from the coffee too, but I'm very excited, and it's so cool to see all of these people come together.
Today marks 10 years since 3 people were killed in bombings at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Several Senate Democrats defending California Senior Senator Dianne Feinstein over the weekend, saying it should be her call whether to step down before her term ends at the end of next year. New York Democrat Kirsten Gillibrand.
Dianne Feinstein is an extraordinary senator, and she's been a role model and a mentor to me my entire career. I sit with her on the Intelligence Committee. She asks some of the most searing, pointed questions of anyone on that committee.
Feinstein recovering from shingles. Her absence keeping Democrats from having the votes needed to, among other things, confirm President Biden's judicial appointments. Feinstein saying she'll return to Washington when her doctors say it's safe. Gunfire near the Long Beach Grand Prix Sunday, setting off panic.
I heard like a stampede, like a lot of people, like a stampede between the echo between the buildings, and screaming and crying, and everyone's saying like, "Run, run, run!"
The shooting involving police occurring after officers responded to an earlier shooting. Detectives say the suspect, who's hospitalized, may be responsible for a total of 3 shootings. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Call now. Yeah, for repair, for replacement, for maintenance. Call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for the weekend? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends what you need in discreet packaging with 2-day shipping. Generic Viagra from $4 at Roman. Go to ro.co/bed. Do it today and get 20% off your entire first order. That's ro.co/bed.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning. A man was arrested after a reported dispute with his girlfriend. El Centro police responded to a Villa Avenue residence at about 10:45 p.m. Saturday night after a woman reported she had a fight with her boyfriend. On arrival, officers detained a 43-year-old man. It was discovered that there was an outstanding warrant for the suspect. During the investigation, officers located 2 modified shotguns that the suspect had placed in the woman's truck. The man was booked into Imperial County Jail on various charges related to the domestic violence incident and the sawed-off shotguns. Jonathan Sandoval reaches a plea agreement. The 30-year-old Calexico native was a contract employee at the San Diego Navy Hospital. The U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern California District, says Sandoval was in federal court Thursday, where he entered a guilty plea, to stalking his former co-worker, who is a United States military service member. According to the plea agreement, Sandoval intentionally harassed and intimidated the military service member through several unwanted acts. Sandoval reported pointed a rifle through the victim's office and belongings and despite being told to stop. He was also displaying a knife to the victim. He sent unwanted internet messages. Sandoval admitted he installed a hidden camera in the victim's office without her knowledge and recorded her as she changed clothes. He emailed the victim nude images he had taken without her knowledge and emailed copies to the victim. Sandoval faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and up to $250,000 in fines. KXO News Time, 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
A pedestrian was struck by a car Friday night. The accident occurred shortly after 8:30 p.m. in the 1200 block of East Evan Hughes Highway in El Centro. Initial reports indicate that a man wearing all black clothing crossed the road and was struck by a car. The driver of the car told officers that he did not see the pedestrian. The victim suffered a broken ankle and trauma to the head. A Reach Air ambulance was able to land in a soccer field at McGee Park and fly the victim to Desert Medical Center for treatment. The accident remains under investigation. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
And page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations in the valley to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's tax season, and Barone Enterprises Services is here to help you get things done right. They'll make sure your income taxes are done properly with top quality, courteous, professional service. And employers, did you know there's some tax rebates you might not have heard about that'll save you money? Barone's has decades of experience with setting up corporations or partnerships and assisting businesses with QuickBooks and bookkeeping solutions. To set up an appointment, call Barone Enterprises Services or stop by their office at 404 East 2nd Street in Calexico. Barone Enterprises Services.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That would be one for every state.
3 arrested following Winter Haven raid on Friday, April 14th. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office Emergency Response Team and the U.S. Border Patrol Tactical Team, or BORTAC as they're called, served a warrant on a residence in the 600 block of Foster Road in Winter Haven. The action followed a month-long investigation by the Imperial County Sheriff's Office Border Crimes Suppression Team into the use and distribution of methamphetamine and fentanyl at the location. During the search, 5 people were detained, with 3 of them being arrested. Narcotics and paraphernalia were located, as was a large amount of ammunition. Arrested were Kenneth Meaden, 45, Luis Garcia, 41, Louis Roosevelt, 39, all from Winter Haven. Meaden was charged with transportation of a controlled substance. Garcia was charged with the possession of a controlled substance. And Roosevelt was arrested on a warrant charging possession of a controlled substance. 2 other individuals were released on their own reconnaissance. Well, the National Weather Service says you can expect tranquil weather this week following above normal temperatures Sunday and Monday. A weather system moving Tuesday will bring periods of breezy to locally windy conditions and slightly below normal temperatures. Dry conditions will also persist. Monday's high will be in the low 90s before dropping to the mid to upper 80s through midweek. Winds gusting up to 40 miles an hour are forecast for Monday night through Wednesday. So get your wig put down there on your head very tight. Imperial Valley College celebrates its 60th anniversary. In honor of the anniversary, IVC will celebrate alumni artists with a mural dedication and gallery show. The college is also celebrating 60 years of IVC alumni artists. The separate event will be held on the same day. On Thursday, April 20th, a mural dedication will take place in the OVC Spencer Library at 3 p.m. An alumni art show will directly follow from 4 to 7 p.m. with a reception in the Juanita Salazar Lowe Gallery. The public is invited to attend both events. Parking will be free. And finally, Career Expo at IVC. It's coming up on Thursday, the 20th of April. Imperial Valley College is hosting the Career Education Expo 2023. It is an opportunity to learn about services available on the IVC campus and IVC career education pathways. Attendees will be able to discuss career and employment opportunities with local agencies. There will be fire science, nursing, and canine demonstrations. The expo will be held on the campus of Imperial Valley College on Ayton Road from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. on Thursday, April 20th. For more information, contact the IVC Career Services Center. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingan. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at ksushibarandgrill.com.
Here's a weather update with Carroll Buckley.
According to the National Weather Service, above normal temperatures with dry conditions will persist today before cooler conditions briefly set in starting tomorrow. Dry conditions will persist for the foreseeable future, with breezy to windy conditions starting today and continuing into Wednesday being the only impactful weather through the work week. 89 the high yesterday, 61 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 92. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, then turning out of the south-southeast. Winds could gust as high as 25 miles an hour. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 61. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, gust as high as 40 miles an hour. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 89. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming 20 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. 65 degrees, 32% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southeast 5 to 7 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, and the weather served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. You'll find them just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill.
We mark every inch that our kids grow.
Whoa, look how tall you're getting.
And watch them outgrow, well, everything.
This shirt is way too small.
But there's something else that can grow that we don't see. It's what doctors call toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. There are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA playoffs are underway, and they're going to last another 6 months, right? Well, yesterday, the Lakers beat the Grizzlies 128-112. Heat got by the Bucks 130-117. Clippers advanced with a 115-110 win over the Suns, and the Nuggets topped the Timberwolves 109-80. The Lakers entered the fourth quarter of their first-round series against the Grizzlies, clinging to a 6-point lead. And, LeBron James and Anthony Davis attempted just one shot apiece, but L.A. ran away with it. Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves picked up the pace for the Lakers.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Let's take a trip around Major League Baseball. The Red Sox nipped the Angels 2-1. It was the Nationals edging the Guardians 7-6. Yankees shut out the Twins 2-0. Rays ripped the Blue Jays 8-1. Diamondbacks shut out the Marlins 5-0. Phillies pounded the Reds 14-3. The Braves edged the Royals 5-4. Orioles topped the White Sox 8-4. Cardinals nipped the Pirates 5-4 in 10. Another 10-inning game. The Mets edged the Athletics 4-3. Cubs, they shaded the Dodgers 3-2. Mariners shut out the Rockies 1-0. Rangers beat up on the Astros 9-1. And, the Brewers shut out the Padres 1-0. And Giants and the Tigers postponed. Yeah, nasty weather in Detroit. And Ohio State offensive coordinator Brian Hartline was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries after being involved in an all-terrain vehicle crash early Sunday morning. And Ohio State assistant Brian Hartline said he's doing fine, nothing life-threatening. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson picked up a win at Martinsville. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. That's where you'll find Southwest Postal, corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. McDonald's, which has been focusing on upgrading its core items to boost sales, is rolling out a series of changes designed to improve its signature burgers. Buns will be softer, cheese gooier, onion will be added to patties right on the grill, and the Big Mac sauce, well, there'll be more of it. We found that small changes, like tweaking our process to get hotter, meltier cheese, and adjusting our grill settings for a better sear, added up to a big difference in making our burgers more flavorful than ever, said McDonald's. Meanwhile, Russia's oil exports have bounced back to levels last seen before it invaded Ukraine, despite a barrage of Western sanctions. Moscow's exports of crude oil and oil products rose in March to their highest level since April 2020, jumping by 600,000 barrels a day. According to the International Energy Agency, the rise lifted Russia's estimated revenue from oil exports to $12.7 billion last month. The revenue is still down 43% from a year ago as Russia is forced to sell its barrels to a more limited pool of customers who can negotiate greater discounts. Right now, we're seeing red on the big board. The Dow off, just about 1 point. The S&P 500 down 4. The NASDAQ off 22 points. Meanwhile, gold down $19.40 an ounce and oil off 90 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 92. West winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Those winds turning out of the south-southeast. Patchy blowing dust tonight. Mostly clear skies with a low around 61. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting up to 40 miles an hour. Tomorrow sunny with a high near 89. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming west 20 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. Right now we see 67 degrees downtown El Centro, 31% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kafen. Hundreds are on the National Mall in Washington demanding Congress take action to ban assault weapons. 6 in 10 kids in our latest poll say gun violence is their top concern. Kitty Brantner with one of the groups organizing tells CBS News Radio.
There are bills introduced in both the Senate and the House. Both of those are federal bans on assault weapons awaiting a vote. They could be called to a vote at any time, and we are begging for them to do just that.
Still no arrests in Dadeville, Alabama in the mass shooting at a weekend Sweet 16 party. 4 people were killed, more than 20 hurt, most of them teenagers. CBS's Omar Villafranca.
Police have been very tight-lipped about this investigation. There's a lot we do not know. We don't know how many suspects they're looking for. We don't know what kind of gun was used. We don't know the motive, but we're hoping to learn more.
Correspondent Lilia Luciano has more on the shooting death of a black teenager who went to the wrong home in Kansas City to pick up his brothers.
The homeowner who allegedly shot the teen was taken into custody on a 24-hour hold and was released. Police cited the need for further investigation and for a formal statement from the victim as some of the reasons. While the identity of the shooter remains unknown, many in the community worry race may be a factor.
Well, CBS's Stephen Portnoy has more on gunfire near the vice president's residence.
The Secret Service says the single shot was fired at 1:30 in the morning, right near the main gate of the U.S. Naval Observatory. No one was reported to be injured. Vice President Harris was in California at the time, and the Secret Service says it doesn't believe she or the second gentleman were being targeted.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on Wall Street this morning to lay blame for the showdown over the nation's debt ceiling at the White House.
Without exaggeration, American debt is a ticking time bomb that will detonate unless we take serious, responsible action. Yet, how has President Biden reacted to this issue? He has done nothing.
The administration accuses Republicans of using the debt limit as a bargaining chip to orchestrate deep budget cuts. A big day for this Bostonian running in her first Boston Marathon.
I was very nervous waking up this morning. I'm a little shaky, probably from the coffee too, but I'm very excited, and it's so cool to see all of these people come together.
It's the 127th running of the event, this one 10 years after the deadly marathon bombing. SpaceX called off its first launch attempt of its new giant 400-foot Starship rocket. There was a problem with the first stage booster.
Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 25 points. The S&P is down 2. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Every piece of land has a story. Some write theirs behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor, like the Upshaws.
This is my tractor Penny. It's all about attention to detail.
But the Nelsons love cruising around their expansive Montana ranch in their John Deere Gator UV.
We've been here since 1868.
While the Caggianos drive a John Deere zero-turn mower to keep their Long Island breweries looking sharp.
Don't call me, don't bother me. I'm going out to mow for a couple hours.
Run with us and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
A Moscow court has convicted and sentenced prominent Russian opposition activist to 25 years in prison. He survived 2 poisonings he's blamed on the Kremlin.
Vladimir Karamurza was convicted of treason after criticizing Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which normally carries a short jail term.
What it tells us is that the Russian regime has lost any concept of a reputation cost. They're not even trying to make these charges plausible.
Christo Grozhev from the watchdog site Bellingcat notes Karamurza holds a British passport. He suspects the Russians eventually plan to trade him for one of their people jailed in the West. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Many people in Sudan are in their homes for a third straight day as the army and a powerful rival force fight in the streets of the capital and other cities for control of the country. This weekend's civilian death toll has risen to 97 now. Airstrikes and shelling intensified today in parts of Khartoum and a neighboring city. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.
12:30.